Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with my Atak Sportz. No sound, please. I want to speak this. On Monday, April 18th, 2016, I got my brother's girlfriend's daughter, Savannah, here. She hasn't been on a video in a while, so she wants to join me today. She's got nothing to do, so she's like, hey, I want to be on Zach's video today. She hasn't been on it in a while, so nice seeing her back. If you haven't noticed, got a new t-shirt. Bootios! And make sure you ain't booty. I had a t-shirt say on WWEshop.com. So I got a New Day shirt. Along my New Day Rock shirt. So I got 2 New Day shirts. Yay! Before we get to the New Day, and also wrestling in general, a lot of MMA things. UFC and Bellator both had cards this past Saturday night. And in my mind, they were just placeholders for next week's cards. Because you got Bellator got a card on Friday. UFC's got the pay-per-view on Saturday. So I think these 2 events on Saturday were just events to keep us occupied before the cards next week, which should be awesomer. Let's kick off with Bellator first. It was Bellator's first time in international soil. They were in Italy. And it felt like the first 2 matches were kind of squash matches. You can see by the quality of first round finishes for the first 3 fights. A lot of Italian folks making their Bellator debut and some making their MMA debut. You had in the featherweight division, you had Danielle Scattisi against Danielle Michelli. It was an okay opener. Savannah just want to be okay. It was an okay opener. A little bit one side, a little bit boring. It ended with a TKO with Scattisi getting the victory in the featherweight division.
Yeah.
Then the flyweight division, we had Anastasia Yankova, who was kind of cute. Again, bye-bye. Thanks for at least watching. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for making a cameo appearance on my Atak Sportz today. Anastasia Yankova took on Angela Pink there. It said Angela Pink had her MMA debut. She'd never been in MMA in general. And it showed as Anastasia dominated the first round and got an on-ball finish in 1.5 minutes in the first round. So quick finishes in the first 2 rounds, and the quick finishes continued in the third fight in the featherweight division as AJ McKee took on Danilo Belludo. A lot of Italians in this card, especially in our next fight after this one. AJ looked dominant because of good punches in. Got the TKO victory with the big punches on Danilo. It was an okay fight as well. Colby was probably one of the best fights of the night next to the main kind of board. We have Alessio Sakara making his Bellator debut from a UFC guy taking on Brian Rogers. First one was decent, good opener round. Great intensity, but then of course Sakara, with the love of his home country fans, got on the advantage, knocked the hell out of Brian Rogers. Nasty knockout in the second round to get the victory in his home country of Italy in his first fight ever in Bellator, not UFC. Then our main event, with Tricky Pitbull took on Evan Souza. Kind of a boring fight. A lot of takedown for Patricky. Not much action in this one. You know, kind of a disappointing main event. Especially, I like the Pitbulls. I like Patricky and Patricio. I like them both. But this was kind of a disappointing main event. Crowd was booing it. They deserved it. So it was an okay Bellator card. It'll hold us over till this Friday's card with another Bellator debut with the former UFC lightweight champion going up to welterweight as Benson Henderson gets his debut fight in a welterweight title match against Andre Korskov. Should be great. And Patricio Pitbull will be in the co-main event. Hopefully it'll be a better fight than his brother's fight this past Saturday. Also, Brandon Ward's fighting and Michael Page's fighting should be an okay card. So there you go. Now, UFC. Man, this card was fucked up for weeks. It's already been... There's 3 of its big fights got erased in the weeks and the days leading up to this card. It was supposed to be Evans and Shogun, Khalib Nurmagomedov against Tony Ferguson, and Leon Machida against Dan Henderson. We all know the story. Hua pulled out. Teixeira was in for Evans' fight. Then Ferguson pulled out. Evans and Teixeira became the new main event. Khalib got a catchweight opponent, which I'll get to. And of course, the nail in the coffin for this card was Machida failing a drug test, taking a banned substance, taking him and also Hendo out of the card. And for all the hits this card took, it did the best it could under those bad circumstances, with injuries and drug policies ruining this card. And it kind of showed. It was an okay card. It could have been worse for the shit that this card got handed to it. First fight of the featherweight division, we had Atak Sportz against Juan Diaz. It was okay opener. A little bit of grappling, not much striking in this one. A little bit of takedowns in the fight. Sportz is looking dominant in this one, kind of a one-sided affair almost. But it was a decent little fight with Atak Sportz getting the victory. The veteran getting the victory in an okay opener. Second fight was a catchweight fight as Khalib Nurmagomedov taking a fight against Dale Holster, making his MMA debut, UFC debut, replacing, like I said, Tony Ferguson. It was a squasher. Khalib won the fight. He wanted to stay on the card even after Tony got injured. At least got to show he got the power back. He hasn't been fighting in a while, and he destroyed this Holster dude. Holster did his best. You know, he was really much on the defensive this fight. He looked okay defensively, but he was no match for Khalib. Got pounded in the second round. So, I thought he was close to finishing the first. You know, Holster was lucky to be in the second round. Or unlucky because he got pounded again, like the first round. So it's no more than a squash fight for Khalib wanting a shot at the lightweight championship. He was supposed to be eliminating a fight against Ferguson, but he took this fight anyway. So there you go. Co-main event was supposed to be Lyoto and Hendo. First co-main was supposed to be Teixeira and Evans and Shogun. Then, of course, Teixeira and Evans. Then the new co-main after Teixeira and Evans was pushed to main. After the injury of Tony Ferguson was Lyoto and Machida. But after that fight got hold up, we have a new co-main event. Rose Namajunas are taking on Tisha Torres. If this was a decent co-main for being a replacement fight for Machida Hendo, being pushed up the card. It was supposed to be on the regular card anyway, but it got pushed up the co-main after all the hits this card took, like I mentioned. It was a decent co-main. Good action. Both women looked good. Great shots. It was kind of evened up because these two were very close, like the first fight was. But I think Rose got the advantage with the takedowns and also the great submission attempts and great ground and pound and all that great stuff. With Rose getting the victory by unanimous decision in a very decent, fun co-main. Now, main event, we have Glover Teixeira taking on Rashad Evans. Boy, this ended pretty quick. Teixeira went on the offensive early with Evans and knocked him the hell out. Big nasty punch in the corner, got him out with a KO in the very first round. With memes being made out of Evans, and even John Bones Jones got a shot in over Rashad on the internet. So there you go. So not only do we have two cards over the weekend for Bellator and UFC, a lot of news is made concerning both companies. First, Bellator announced that following its OK show in Italy, they are going back internationally this September with a card in the UK. First time ever to play in UK. It'll be at the O2 Arena in London in July, with your main event being Kimbo Slice coming up this terrible fight against Dana 5000, being the main event against James Thompson. Shitty main. Well, at least be better than Kimbo's last fight. At least James Thompson's not a fucking fat piece of fucking lard like Kimbo. I mean, like Dana 5000. At least I can swear because Savannah's not in this room. I couldn't swear with her here. I'm always clean with the kids, but when they're not here, I don't. Also, a fight that was supposed to be happening a long, long time ago is going to happen in his home country. Paul Daly will get his hands on Josh Koscheck in a will be very vital and very biased home country crowd in England against Koscheck. Will be very intriguing. Of course, we all know that fight in UFC ended with Daly getting fired from UFC. There's been a rematch long in the making. These two have been talking trash, and now shit's going to explode with these two fighting in London. So it's going to be very intense. And also, Dana White is hoping to have Ronda Rousey fight in the UFC's highly anticipated New York debut this November. Now that New York finally legalized MMA, they signed on a November card for New York City in MSG. And Dana White is saying that Rousey is getting an automatic rematch no matter who's the champion. Misha Tate is set to defend her title for the first time in UFC 200 against Amanda Nunes, despite he said she said about whether or not Holmes should have got the rematch or not, instead of Amanda Nunes, a number 5 or number 6 competitor, getting the shot instead of Holmes getting a rematch. So many he said with Holmes' manager in UFC saying blah 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 blah. Tate same thing, saying that Holmes wasn't even brought up, blah 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 blah. So a lot of he said she said with that. So there you go. News on UFC and Bellator future cards in potential for UFC, especially the possible New York card with Rousey making a return, be huge for that card. Now to my Raw preview. Speaking of London, tonight's Raw is in England on a European track. They will be in London tonight at the O2, where the Bellator event's going to be. I can't believe this might be the biggest venue they've ever played. Bellator. It's crazy they're playing there. They can't even pack an arena in the U.S. So allergies today. Very nice weather here in Michigan. Finally. Top 5 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 5. Will the Bullet Club, aka Gallows and Anderson, attack again? Well, last week we finally saw the debut of 2 members of the Bullet Club, Machine Gun Anderson, Carl Anderson, and Doc Luke Gallows, attacking the Usos following winning their first round tag team tournament match against the Social Outcasts. Now, Usos are set to be in the semifinals tonight against the Vaughn Villains. And of course, the other semi sees Enzo and Cass against the Dudley Boys. And the feud has been stemming since the War After Mania. Should be interesting semifinals tonight. I predict that Enzo and Cass will beat the Dudleys, and the Vaughn Villains will beat the Usos. And I say Enzo and Cass wins the finals. Because this Raw was already because of the time delay. So I hate Walls when they're taped because it's time delayed. But I don't want to be spoiled. So there you go. So your Bullet Club attacks tonight, and who will win the tag team tournament? Who will win the semis? I predict Vaughn Villains and Enzo and Cass will win the semis. Question number 4. Will there be any new matches be added for Payback? Well, we do have a new match added today. We know our main event is AJ Styles against Roman Reigns for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. And now we have a Divas match. Stemming, women's match. Women's title match. Stemming from last week's ending of the title match. We have Natalya getting a rematch against Charlotte. Knew it. Screwy ending with a purpose last week with Natalya bringing Charlotte tap out to the sharpshooter, but whoever didn't see it, because Ric Flair pulled him out, causing a DQ victory for Natalya, saving Charlotte's title. So it should be a decent match, because I liked that match at Raw back, and an awesome match on Raw last week, even with the Ric Flair ending. So please add a stipulation to this match to ban Ric Flair from ringside. Hope they do that. So question number 3. How will Bray Wyatt's injury affect his push? Now, Bray Wyatt will not be in Raw tonight. Of course, as many of us know, many of you know as well, many of us in the wrestling community know that Bray Wyatt got injured during a house show in Italy. Damn, injuries at house shows in Europe. Nothing new, huh? Since Seth Rollins' injury back in the last European tour, causing him to get stripped of the championship. Now, Bray's injury is not as severe as Rollins' injury. Rollins torn his leg and all that stuff. But Bray mostly has a torn tendon on his calf muscle, torn calf muscle. So it's more muscle than bone, taking out the entire tour. And he had a great potential last week with him and Roman teaming up, odd buddies, teaming up against the League of Nations, who of course the Wyatt family started a feud with. I don't know how this will affect that feud, and how will it affect Bray's little push against Reigns. Hopefully it's not out for long to ruin it. Maybe out for maybe 2 weeks, because if it's a strain or a tear, It's not like I said a bone injury. It's more like a muscle injury. So it might be out for a few weeks, and it'll be back. It won't be long. So we'll see how this affects it. Question number 2. We'll go down between AJ Styles and Roman Reigns tonight. Now, they had a little bit of competition on SmackDown. They had not much interaction on Monday because AJ Styles defeated Sami Zayn in a match to prevent his match to be a triple threat instead. Of course, having Sami Zayn continue his feud against Kevin Owens instead of being busted in the title picture. So now AJ and Roman. See how they interact tonight, and hopefully AJ wins. Come on, AJ needs to win. I know it's too soon and all, some would say, but we want anybody but Reigns right now. He needs to turn heel though too. So hopefully Roman turns heel soon. But as I said many times, if they don't have the balls to turn John Cena heel, why would they want to turn Reigns heel? Question number 1. Well, we'll go down as yet for the 3rd week in a row. Shane McMahon's running Raw again this week. I don't know if it's Shane himself behind the scenes or it's someone else doing it behind the scenes, but Shane's doing the storyline. Whoever's booking Raws at all has been doing a great job lately. Last week Raw was another great Raw. And now, should have another great Raw tonight, even without Bray Wyatt. So, there you go. Question the logic of Shane running Raw, even if he lost in Hell in a Cell. Who cares? He's running damn Raw. Fuck logic. You know what I mean? I said it last week. You know? Question logic or whatever. You cannot deny it. Raw's been good lately. The booking's been great. There's actually more good matches on Raw. And of course, you have Cesaro winning last week. Forgot to mention that in the payback matches. Of course, he will be going up against Miz for the IC Championship. I think Cesaro should win that one. Get back on a winning ways after being out for a couple months. What happens when injuries ruin your momentum? A very grueling injury. Because Ray's injury is not severe, but Cesaro's injury was a torn rotator cuff. It was a bone injury, not a muscle injury. So there you go. Shane's running Raw again tonight on Raw at 8/7 Central on USA Network from London. Bonus question. How will Social Outcast react without Animals? As a lot of people know as well, Animals and Victor of the Ascension got suspended over the weekend for 60 days over violating the wellness policy of WWE. See how Social Outcast does with 3 guys for about 2 months. And Ascension basically on the shelf. As if they weren't already on the shelf because it's getting buried all the time. Resurrect the Ascension. So there you go. That's it, my Atak Sportz for the taglines coming. And also my wall reviews coming as well tonight on this channel. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Yeah.